The following podcast is a member of the Pokecasters Network. Pokecasters Network, supporting Pokemon content creators, their shows, and the community of Pokemon fans. To find out more, check out PokecastersNetwork.com or find us on Twitter and Facebook.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Not a Scratch, the only podcast that believes that Scratch is an overpowered move. I am your host, your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself, and with me here, the number one Tyler Hero fanboy.
Dude. Dude, that's low, man. That's low. That's low. Although, to be fair, we are recording this on Saturday, May 28th. In 36 hours, that may not cut as deep as it does right now.
How's everyone doing here? I don't know why I said here. It's just you and me.
Oh,
hello,
yeah,
people.
it's me, Muhammad. In case you forgot the sound of my grating voice.
Yeah, he's been in the mood. It's professional sports related, you know, us sports league owners and all that, big time cash, you know.
Yeah, I got a lot riding on this. Me and my zero financial and physical stake in this.
0% ownership.
There's a lot of emotions riding on this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm far too emotionally invested right now. Probably because in my mind this is the single greatest chance I will have to witness the Boston Celtics win a championship in probably the next 25 years. But
dang. Well,
anyways,
I mean, I was gonna make a comment and be like, "Wow, your championship hopes are bleak." And then I remember you're a Boston guy. You saw the Patriots win at least 3, and you were live for another 3 at minimum.
No, yeah, okay. But here's the thing, right? Like with the Patriots, like year in, year out, it always felt like, you know what? If we're not there, we had a good year. We'll be back. Like I know it.
Dang.
With this Celtics team, it has been like a rising crescendo of year after year after year after year of wow, we came up short. 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 And this year was like finally like punching through, breaking through, being like, oh my goodness, we're not coming up short. And then
yeah, if you're a sports guy, a sports fan, if you're an NBA fan and heard the intro, then you understand what this conversation is about.
Yeah. Also, I'm gonna throw this out there. I hope that by the time you're hearing this, that aged poorly.
Yep. I'm, as a Philly guy, Philly fan, man, I don't have any expectations. I walk into the season hoping for a 500 record, and if I get it, I'm excited. That's it. Doesn't matter what year.
Okay,
doesn't
like
matter what's happened.
Fan.
Doesn't matter what happens, where it happened, why it happened. I don't really care. Man, we walk in, walk out, and we're above average. That's all that matters. We have been riding that for the most part since the early Andy Reid era, and I'm just kind of riding until.
I was gonna say, between the Eagles, the process, and the relative incompetence of the Phillies and the competition the Flyers face, you are used to this.
Yeah, nah, I go through this. This is why we're getting into cricket. No joke, literally, because cricket is just better baseball. That's right, I said it. That's right, I'm calling it right. T20 cricket is better than any baseball game. At me, I don't care.
Honestly, I would probably have an easier time sitting through like a full test at a cricket match than a single inning of baseball.
Happens. That's the thing with cricket. There's always something happening, right? Like scores are consistently happening if you're a points person. There are defensive plays every now and then. There's always some defensive plays that's wild.
I don't care that a test is like the equivalent of like 500 innings of baseball. 500 innings of baseball will never have the action of 110.
So yeah, that's my favorite type of cricket isn't like the 5-day sort of cricket matches where they play like best out of 5 over a week. My favorite type of cricket matches are T20 matches, which are basically 20 innings. That's it. We figure it out. One team goes 20 innings straight. The other team goes. They got a score to beat. They beat it in the 20 innings. Check mark. If they don't, they don't. Set in stone. You know how many balls there are going to be in play. Assuming there aren't any like wide pitches or anything like that. It's set in stone. It's about the length of an average like maybe baseball game, NFL game, something around there. And you walk in, sit down like it's a normal game, walk out at your standard 3-hour limit, and you got some enjoyment versus baseball where the score can be 0-0, which I don't understand. All right, never mind. Anyway, going on.
No. The best example, and this is the last thing before we hop off of this tangent train. A couple weeks ago,
what I hate?
The Pittsburgh Pirates won a game 1-0.
Didn't they win the game without a hit?
They didn't get a single hit all game.
Bruh.
There were 3 walks and a sac fly in the 8th inning, and the Pirates won 1-0 without hitting the ball in play and getting on base.
See, as a guy who enjoys random stats, this is very appealing to me. But as a person that wants to watch a game, that's not.
No. I agree. Seeing the headline, looking at the box score afterwards, it was sick. It was hilarious. I cannot imagine watching that game. Yeah. I cannot. Also, I just looked over at my waveform, and my God, I am
just
very
you know what? All right. So did you know this was a Pokemon show? Yeah, surprising. It's not a sports ranting show. Although you can find us on ESPN 12, your local radio station.
ESPN 12. What's 12 in Spanish? Because ESPN 8 is the ocho. What's ESPN 12?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, I think, something like that.
12?
12?
I
may not be pronouncing that right.
I don't know how. I don't know much of Spanish.
Anyway, all right. If you want to hear sports stuff about that, you can watch ESPN 12. Anyway, we're here for a Pokemon show. That's right. Last time on Not a Scratch, it was a long episode. Maybe, at least recording wise, it was a long episode.
I will say, by the time this comes out, these last couple of episodes, probably will have gone through a good amount. Like there'll probably be a good amount of stuff on the cutting room floor.
Oh, I'm just
these recordings.
Samurai sword to all of these and just whoosh, whoosh. You know what I mean?
Dude,
anyway.
I might even bring a chainsaw. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you want to give the recap, or I can? It is up to you.
I can give it a crack, and you can fill in the gaps.
Cool,
yeah. So last time on Not a Scratch, our heroes, Kyle and Zendoran, made their way to the Lily Gardens. And they arrived in this nice little town with a lot of, like this, I was going to say this nice little town with botanical gardens, but it's a town that is kind of just a giant botanical garden. And they were enjoying the sights and the sounds and the smells, and they were just vibing. Until Kyle met this Badoo punching a tree. And it turns out that this Badoo is a member of the Battle Hammers Guild over in Steelforge City, which is exactly where Kyle and Zendoran needed to go. And so they teamed up with this Badoo, whose name escapes me, and made their way over to Steelforge City. Zendoran split off from Kyle to deliver the package to our friend. Is his name what's his name?
Echo. Wait, are we talking about the
Drifblim? The Drifblim.
Oh, the Drifblim. The Drifblim's PC Fog.
It was P something. PC Fog. PC Fog's cousin / friend who was helping him with the fast travel delivery business. So Zendoran went off to deliver a package for that, and Kyle met the rest of the Battle Hammers. And that is where we left off. For a long episode, not much happened.
Yep, it was a lot of chilling in the garden and making up code names. The Badoo, I gotta make sure I read this right because I can't remember which side I did it. Badoo's real name is Ford, and code name is Sierra.
Yes.
Right here. Yeah, so we're just gonna go with Sierra from this point forward. We're gonna go by code names. There may or may not be. I know a wiki has been established as to exist at some point, and hopefully there will be a real one by the time this episode comes out. all these character information, names and stuff like that should be available on there. If not, yell at me and I'll update it. Yeah, we also spent way too much time talking about like the history of the battle hammers and how certain code names have disappeared, and very annoying.
Well, we say talking and like establishing. It was really just us two speculating because we don't know what happened. We just know the way things are now.
Right.
Okay, correction. I don't know what happened. I was just speculating. Anirudh was letting me do so.
Yeah. You see, I didn't know what was happening when we established it. But now, after giving us some ample space for me to have way too many ideas, I now have ideas of what happened.
Uh-oh.
So
Kyle's in danger.
But that was basically it. If you want to check out the previous episode, you can. It is available on your podcast player. That-a-way. Points, depending on how you sort it, up or down, left or right.
Points in all the directions.
Just all the direction. It's northwest. There you go.
I was gonna go with like intercardinal direction, like southwest east kind of deal.
Southwest east. That
yeah,
sounds like
southwest east.
I feel like I'm about to be a weatherman, or like what's it? The automated voice on the Weather Channel when this. I don't know if this is a thing now, but they would like tell you the weather, and it would be this like sort of melodic voice or something like that. It's like winds are going south-southwest at 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%.
My man, you watch the Weather Channel? I just got my weather from the local channels. What kind of fancy weather were you watching?
I don't know why this was always on. I feel like this was always on when I was leaving for school. Like maybe my parents were getting to work and they would switch on the Weather Channel just to see what the weather was like. And the same voice, it's always like the 5-day forecast. And then afterwards it shifts over to that voice of like, the weather today is 67 with a high of 74. Winds going south-southwest at 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Thunderstorm warning. Like they'll like just random audio.
I have a feeling of the automated voice. No, at my house it was Standard for mornings was PBS Kids, unless there was literally any snow outside, in which case it was on the local news, and I was sitting in front of the TV watching the little ticker, waiting for my school to show up.
Yeah, good times. Unfortunately, in the real world here, aka the Outcast region, it's like where is it? It's
late July.
It's late July, so snow probably not likely to happen, especially since you're in the middle of the region. So
yeah, not much.
Equator. Yeah, it's like equatorism. Anyway, that is basically it. We apologize for rambling for random sections and random times, but now it's time for the episode. So without further ado, let us dive on in. Hello.
Insert Chris Smooth splash sound effect.
Splash. So yes, last time we had just finished giving names to all of these different characters, and they were doing sort of a roll call as Kyle was getting introduced to each of them. As a reminder, the guild boss, guild master, is Echo the Noivern. Real name unknown. They just go by Echo. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think there was some theory that maybe Echo is their real name, but it's not. It's just their code name.
And it's a Noivern, so like it could be. It's like a Noivern could be named Echo.
Correct. We have an electric. There you go.
Electric, not like the pre-evolution of Electros.
Yes.
Yeah.
Named, funnily enough, named Ross, codename Golf. We have Badu, who is named Ford, codename Sierra. We have Mankey, actual name Charlotte, codename Quebec. Toxicroak, actual name Graham, codename Kilo, and Sudowoodo, actual name Juniper, codename Juliet. We're gonna go by code names from this point forward. If at any point in time, I'm telling you this because you probably don't, you need to know their their real name. It'll come up. But I doubt that's gonna happen.
And Kyle is Alpha Delta, I believe.
I believe so. This is why I'm wondering. I swear I wrote this down, but now I don't know where it is.
Kyle is definitely Alpha something.
Kind of an L.
Kyle's definitely Alpha something, not Alpha Beta or Alpha Alpha, and I don't think Alpha Gamma. Alpha Delta sounds right.
Sure. Alpha Delta. Alpha Delta. Let's go with that.
Or why did I say Gamma? Why did I say Beta and Gamma? I was thinking Greek. It's Bravo and Charlie. What am I doing?
Yes. Yeah.
My NATO phonetic alphabet is lacking.
Yeah. So where we last left off, there was the roll call, I guess, as you were getting introduced. Soon after this, everyone, I guess you just do a quick introduction, and then Echo's just like, okay. I'm almost positive this is different than the voice that I'm giving it.
Oh, it is absolutely so different. Yeah.
I don't remember the original voice, so we're just gonna go with like, okay. So that's great. And now, everyone, you can get back to work. If Kyle or Alpha Delta, if you would like to follow me into the room, I can give you some assignments. If you have any questions or anything like that, happy to help out.
Kyle gives a salute and also like salutes like everyone else who's gathered.
Everyone else gives a salute or something of the sort and starts heading out. Some people head outside. Some people head to different rooms. One person goes upstairs. Everyone breaks. You enter back into Echo's room. As a reminder, Echo's room is a bat cave, not in the sense of like the Batman bat cave, but in the sense of like it's a bat's cave, quite literally. So walk inside. There's two different sets, as we mentioned previously, two different sets of furniture. There's one for like meetings and one for personal use that's upside down. And Echo kind of heads behind the desk, sits down, starts grabbing some papers and asking you to like sign some formality sort of things. If you have any questions about society, you can ask them, I guess.
About society? Whoa.
About society.
I feel like Kyle doesn't really have any questions for Echo here. I feel like it's, I feel like Kyle's just kind of ready to, do his whole covert thing. And once he like establishes himself a little bit, is gonna see, all right, is there any assignment that takes me out beach-a-ways?
In which way, sorry?
In beach-a-ways. Like towards the beach.
Towards the beach?
Where they're trying to get to for Manaphy. And ocean rifle.
Just east in general.
Yes.
Just heading east.
Yes, eastwards, aka beach-a-ways, because that's where the beach is.
Sure.
Not the nearest beach, but the beach.
That is true. The nearest beach would be go in the complete opposite direction.
The nearest beach is back the way we came.
Basically. But yeah, no, that makes sense. So yeah, you go through this formalities. It's a standard procedure. You know how guilds work. You've been doing this for a minute. Morning time, afternoon time, you pick one to do your inside tasks. You pick one to do your outside tasks. As we mentioned in the last episode, this is like prime 1880s, 1890s America, industrial age, everyone in the mines sort of feel. And the mountains, of course, in the distance. The mountains and the mines and all of those things are also in that direction that you would presumably be heading. Of course, you got to cross them and go another, 300 miles.
Yeah.
But it's that way as well. Echo continues going through all of the documents, kind of puts them in a pile, flaps his wings up, goes up to the top desk, opens a drawer, puts the papers inside, closes it, comes back down. Great. I know it's early. It's midday right now. If you want to grab a quick snack before heading to your afternoon tasks, or however you want to do it, it's up to you how you want to operate this first day.
Kyle just nods and gives a salute, and leaves the office.
Gives you a salute. And Echo, like as you salute, Echo like pops out the door. Kyle, if you're looking for Sindoran, he's downtown somewhere, probably doing some shopping. I think he mentioned. If you want to meet up with him.
Kyle gets a nod and a thumbs up, because that's what Kyle was gonna do anyways. Kyle was gonna, during his lunch break, head out and see if he could find Sindoran.
Awesome. So, sure enough, I presume you do that, right? I guess.
Yeah. That's like that's exactly what I was thinking.
Great. You grab a snack. You can think of the snack. It's up to you. Anything in particular you're interested in eating as a Kyle?
As a Kyle.
As a Kyle.
As
a Trico. As a Kyle.
As a Kyle specifically, and not as like a normal Trico. I think a fun little like.
I grab a Hawaiian slice of pizza. Is Kyle pro or against pineapple on pizza?
I don't know because obviously my personal bias doesn't play a factor here. This is all right. Kyle.
This is Kyle.
Okay, odds or evens?
Evens.
Kyle is a fan.
Makes sense.
Kyle's a fan. Well, okay, to be fair, not of like Hawaiian pizza.
Of just pineapple on pizza.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Anyway, you grabbed. What did you say you grabbed? Actually.
like Kyle's a fan of Hawaiian pizza minus all the meats. So just a pineapple pizza.
Just pineapple pizza.
Just a pineapple pizza.
I think we've established that everyone in this universe is vegetarian because I don't want to think of the consequences otherwise. So.
Even though the Pokedex says otherwise. Anyways.
Pokedex doesn't exist, man. This is a world of Pokemon
you're right,
only. Unless people are out here like doing studies on other people and writing. Maybe that exists. You know what?
We are all merely puppets.
I mean, that's true. I just operate most of the puppets.
Yeah.
But anyway, you enter into the city. The city itself, we mentioned industrial age. There's a bunch of huge buildings that are being either finished construction, or about to start construction. And otherwise,
1950s Pittsburgh.
1950s Pittsburgh is another, like prime industrial. This is called Steel Forge City for a reason. There be some steel, and there be some forging. So.
And there do be city.
Yeah. But yeah, I assume you're heading downtown.
Yeah.
Cool. You head downtown. You see a bunch of Pokemon around. Again, the city population-wise, I guess Pittsburgh would be a good way to describe it. Of like the Pittsburgh sort of feel of like, hey, we're friendly to you, but also we got things to do. That sort of feel that I feel like main Pittsburgh might get.
Yeah, but like we're talking like, older Pittsburgh.
Older Pittsburgh. Yes.
Like the Pittsburgh where like now they're all just like like all the Yinzers grew up with, that Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that Pittsburgh. This is only going to make sense to us and then people that are in that Pittsburgh area. Like nobody from Phoenix is going to understand what exactly is going on here.
Hey, you never know. Pittsburgh is a not unknown American city. True. The Stillers. Yeah.
That's
something only Pittsburgh people know.
So yeah, you head there. You see Sindoran actually, like looking at two different charms, I guess is the best way to describe it, that a shopkeeper is selling, and just like looking at them and like, this one or this one, and just like having a full pros and cons list constructed in his head as he's like, this one's good, but this one's good, but this one's good. As you pop up next to
yeah, Kyle's just gonna pop up next to him and just tap his shoulder.
Huh? Hey Kyle, which one of these do you think looks better? And shows you like, I guess, like bracelet charms, I think are the best way to describe it. One of them is like a ruby, one of them is like a sapphire.
Why do I feel like this decision is kind of important?
It's up to you if you want to consider that important. You can roll something to see if it's actually important.
No.
Or you think it's story important? Okay.
But see, here's the thing, right? Like you could, like on the one hand, you could have offhandedly chosen rubies and sapphires as two gemstones. On the other hand, there are clues that link to Groudon and Kyogre. And now I'm confused.
I love
and you're laughing maniacally because either I am way overthinking this or I am catching on to something, and I don't know which it is.
I feel like I have made I don't think I've made it as a DM, but I think I've made it to a certain level to the point where I can just throw something out there and make my players overthink things, or not.
What do you mean you've made it? You've been at that point. If this shows any indication, you've been at this point for 2 years.
But it's a consistency about it. It's one thing to drop 30 in a game, but it's good to drop 30 consistently, right?
That's what I Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, but whoa. Whoa, just random shots here.
Anyways.
Hey, I am a Sixers fan, and therefore, I got a soft spot in my heart for a guy who played half a season with us, but still.
I was gonna say you know the mistake your team made. Anyways.
All right, as I go stare into the abyss.
I think Kyle is not gonna trust his own judgment here, and instead, how full is the shop? And like, is the shopkeeper nearby, or are they like kind of like secluded right now?
Shopkeeper's nearby. We'll think of, let's see, what's a random Pokemon I can think of? I don't want to use a Pokemon I've used in the past because my first thought was Spinda, and I'm like, we've definitely used Spinda before.
I was gonna say if this is like a jewelry shop, I feel like it would be like a Sableye. I feel like a Sableye is a I feel like a Sableye is a really good jeweler. You know.
Sableye.
Now to be fair, I feel like there are two, like I feel like Sableye in general are like really good jewelers in this world, but there's two sorts, right? There are like, I feel like this guy, like he's got like a very like, I'm assuming relatively like prominent public facing shop, very like, stand up guy. But then there are the black market Sableye jewelers.
Roll odds or evens for gender.
Nope, even. I can't read.
Even? All right. So female Sableye, I'll think of a name, but jeweler. That's not spelled right, whatever. Cool. So female Sableye, I'll think, let's go Shimmer. I don't know. That's an interesting name.
That's a solid name.
Shimmer, the Sableye, a jeweler here at the shop. Yeah, nearby. So if you want to call Shimmer over.
Oh, my original idea was to to have Manaphy come out, but I mean, if Shimmer is nearby,
Oh no, it's up to you. It's up to you if you want Manaphy to decide.
I was gonna say I want to let Manaphy decide, but also I'm not trying to like bring Manaphy out into the public eye.
I mean, you can always just like show them to Manaphy.
Oh, yeah.
Just like, hey, let me just like show this over my shoulder. That'll be the ideal view of a bracelet. No, like over my shoulder.
Kyle like takes his bag off, puts it on the ground, and holds them over the bag, but like kind of conspicuously as if he's looking at them in his hands, like looking down. But reality, he's holding them up over the bag for Manaphy to see.
Oh,
and you just see a bubble like come out of the bag and just pop on one of them.
Sure. So let's see. What would Manaphy? Let's see.
Now I made a calculated choice to, I'm choosing without being the one actively choosing. I think we both know which one Manaphy goes for. Right? The dice are deciding, aren't they? Where does the bubble pop? Okay.
I want you. Should I roll for it or should you roll for it? I'm rolling for something that will explain the decision that is made. If that makes this is not gonna make any sense until the Q&A.
Until the world falls apart and it makes sense. Okay. Maybe. Duly noted.
So it's basically, do you want to roll for it or should I just do it on my own in secret?
I took the decision out of my hands. I don't play Manaphy.
Great.
I'm scared.
Manaphy blows the bubble, and you see it hits the red.
It pops on the red orb. Yeah, that's what I thought. I hate this.
So now what?
The child that I'm taking to the ocean rifle just chose the red orb. What is happening?
Manaphy's like, you see, I'm blue, and therefore, blue on blue just doesn't work.
No, Manaphy has a red jewel on its
exactly.
body.
Manaphy's like, but you see, a blue thing on me, a red thing on me. Aha! I am an example of how that works. And
even though Zendoran is pink.
Even though Zendoran is pink, and Manaphy's probably, I don't know if Manaphy just thinks that they're getting this. Like, oh, Zendoran's getting this for me. Absolutely.
Yeah. I guess Kyle's just gonna give them back to Zendoran and just shrug and point to the red one.
Okay, sure. Excuse me, miss. I'd like the red charm, please. Oh, of course. The red charm. Well, that'll be some dollar figure that I'm not gonna bother telling you because it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things unless you want to buy the blue one. They exchange the funds. I'm giving you the option here if you want to buy the blue one or something else in this jewelry shop.
See now here's the thing. I don't know whether I'm gonna live to regret this or not.
Of course you are. I don't know what decision you're gonna make, but of course you are. You're gonna regret regardless of what decision.
Thanks.
I'm nothing but supportive.
I feel like Kyle, because if Kyle had been like, why not both, he'd pick up the other one, but Kyle wasn't like, why not both? Kyle was like, well, let Manaphy decide, and Manaphy decided, so I guess but also we're probably gonna need that blue orb at some point anyway.
Oh, I did specify these aren't orbs. These are.
No, I know. It's just a bracelet, one with a ruby, one with a sapphire, and I'm probably making a big deal out of nothing. But on the other hand, I'm terrified. We're leaving the shop.
Okay, all right. So you're heading out. Zendoran has purchased himself a red bracelet again, and this is probably like maybe the size of a fingernail, like your thumb fingernail. Or something like that.
It's a mini red orb.
It's some of the mini Groudon or Kyogre. That's it. Confirmed. We just see Groudon. It's like half a foot tall.
Well, it summons, but it doesn't control, and it angers, and it's. I'm not gonna lie. All these years later, I'm still slightly unclear on whether Archie and Maxie picked the wrong orbs.
Oh, I have no idea, but I've always thought that was a coding error that just we've all come to accept.
No, that wasn't a coding error. That was intentional.
In that case, my head, man, I got no clue.
Like, I genuinely don't know whether it was like, they were dumb and picked the wrong one, or if it's like, the blue, like, would the blue orb actually have awakened Kyogre? Or is it when Kyogre's awake, the blue orb can control Kyogre? But in order to awaken it, it needs to be mad, and for it to be mad, you need the red orb. And
that's hilarious. It's like
I genuinely, to this day, I don't know, and I don't think there's a canonical explanation. But like the general community, thought on it is just wow, you dumb. You want blue animal and pick red gem.
That would be hilarious if the actual result is, no, you need both of them. One to anger it into awakening and the other to control it.
I don't know. In my head, that kind of stands to reason. But on the other hand, it flies in the face of literally what everyone else thinks. Look what you've done to me. You've reduced me to this, Anirudh. You've reduced me to gestures. This.
Whoa. All right. So anyway, now that the gem is this charm, I'll refer to it as a charm. This charm has been purchased. Sandoran looks to you and is like, so, everything go good at the Battle Hammers? Meet everyone, all that sort of stuff?
Kyle just nods and is just like, I'm still not sure exactly how we're gonna make it over to, I need to pull up the map and figure out where we're trying to go.
Oh,
like
good.
the name.
Was there a name to the place? I think I just kind of said, get to the Fluvius state and just edge.
Go to the beach. Yeah, I need to remember the name of the state. No, it just goes, I still haven't worked out exactly how we're gonna get to Fluvius, but we have accommodations here in Steelforge for until we leave.
Right. I don't know how we can approach this. I mean, you can always call for help. It has been a while.
Kyle just like looks at Zendoran questioningly, like, call for help.
Call. He kind of taps his forehead. Calling. It's like he's just smacking his head at this point. Like, talk to our friends.
Kyle just looks at Zendoran, like, kind of deadpanned, as if to be like, really, we're speaking in codes now.
Well, we are in I'm just smacking my own head. I'm not sure why. We are talking in public. I don't know.
Kyle just...
Are we not talking codes? Is that not a thing?
Kyle just kind of shrugs. It's just like, eh.
Pulls out a notebook. No codes in conversation. Okay, great. Nope, totally understood. Yes, absolutely.
I think Kyle's just gonna be like, well, I mean, we were told that the battle hammers can help us get there. Let's get settled in. If we find ourselves stuck after a while, I guess we can let the others know. But until then, we're still on track.
Sure, that makes sense. He kind of like stares off, thinking about something. It feels like Sandoran's mind is floating right now, and it's either he's about to have a brilliant idea or he's contemplating something that's not going to help at all. It's like one of those, like, this is either going to be really good or really not necessary type of thought.
He is either about to come up with the solution to all of our problems or the recipe for the best chocolate chip peanut butter chunk cookie in the world. There is no in between.
Okay, Kyle, you know what I need? Flour. I'll be right back.
Just zooms off.
So I've also delivered the package that PC wanted us to deliver to his fellow, his cousin's cousin or something along those lines. So I'm done with all my tasks here. Gonna have a conversation with Echo just about general sort of things if you're heading back. I don't know if are you on break or something? Are you doing missions?
Kyle just nods and has Kyle eaten yet? Kyle grabbed a snack.
Grabbed a snack.
Yeah. So I guess Kyle in response just nods and then nods his head in the direction back wherever the Battle Hammers facilities are.
So you start heading back to the Battle Hammers. Seeing as it's been a while and we haven't done this, make a roll here. I want you to roll for
not perception, not a beauty roll, not these things, not the hey, do you notice something roll, or is this worse? Is the does something happen roll?
Yeah, perception's probably the best thing to do here.
Okay.
Roll perception. I'm gonna tell you this. You notice something. The question is, what is it?
Oh,
I will give you that much.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You've got to be kidding me. It's been a minute since this has happened, and I am sad. I rolled a 10, but I do still have minus one beauty.
What is your education boost thing that we established way back when and haven't touched in a while?
I got the +1 boost to tough.
Okay, and we haven't started a new one yet?
I don't know. I don't have any temporary boosts on anything. So.
All right. I feel like next time you have the chance, probably just be like, hey, can I start a study on like how I see better?
I think what it was is I finished my like tough training with the Boulder Stars, right? This is the first time I've transferred to a new guild since. Like I got my permanent +1 tough boost with the Boulder Stars back in Arc 3.
Right, that makes sense.
And after that, we went on our mission to deliver the package to Zendoran, and then just came here.
Right.
And then there was also Arc 4.
There was also all of Arc 4, but that doesn't really help us.
But like it's not part of like this. We're getting back to the timeline stuff, and I'm so confused.
So the Arc 4 stuff does happen in this timeline.
The Arc 4 stuff, like it does happen, but also like it's not like it temporally takes up time.
No, it takes up like 3 minutes.
Like in this timeline, right? Kyle was with the Boulder Stars, helped HD and Kirk deliver the package to deliver the package to Gale Beach, went and visited Zendoran, and
I took a 3-minute nap where I stood in the bush, and then
and then came here. So like he hasn't started his next set of
that's true. Yeah, you're
guild
right.
training yet. Yeah.
Right. I feel like you should probably be like, hey, can I get glasses and just see that? Anyway, so you don't notice anything. Zendoran, however, let's find out if he actually does.
Please be perceptive.
That's
Please
an 18.
be perceptive.
That's an 18. I don't know what the pluses and minuses are. I don't need to bother looking at that. An 18 is a full success. So.
Hey, whoa! What if he has +2?
That's a good point. Actually,
he's a normal fairy type. He could have +2 cute.
Where are my attribute things? Do.
Is it primary typing or secondary typing?
It's I've always gone by whatever type they're more like, if that makes any sense. And I have always been going with like their move sets. Okay. So based on Wigglytuff's current move set, it's more normal. On the bright side for you, that is a +2 in Q. So
there we go.
Dirty 20. Great. With a dirty 20, Zendoran in full on like I'm an artiste and therefore observe everything mode, notices a few things and starts like conveying them to you immediately. Number 1, battle hammers look real stressed right now. Like the building itself kind of feels stressed, and not in terms of like, oh, the building might break. It's just the people inside. You can feel the stress. If that makes any sense.
No, the beams of the building aren't stressed. The vibes of the building.
The vibes of the building are in stress. That's number 1. Number 2, and after you like kind of blink, clear out your ears a bit, you can hear it as well. There's a sort of like alarm bell going on in the battle hammers.
Oh. And then how did Kyle not notice this?
I think you were so busy thinking about that chocolate chip cookie recipe or whatever.
Of course.
And then number 3, the more important potentially one, you notice that a bunch of Battlehammer members are popping out the door and just rushing out of the city, heading away from you, like the opposite direction.
I think Kyle's just gonna very quickly stop someone and just be like, where are we going? What are we doing?
D6, who are we stopping? You're stopping Echo. Perfect.
Perfect.
Hey boss, what's happening? Is basically what you're like, right?
Yeah. It's like I was just out of my lunch break and I come back and we're just zooming. What's going on?
Come with me, Zendoran, you come as well, and just books it. He's flapping his wings. I don't know if I spit, but that sounded like almost I was like, book it. He starts flying. Generally speaking, I'm going to say this as a sort of thing. Even birds in this universe, like the random Pidgeot uncle you met, like not the uncle, like your actual uncle, but like the uncle that's like that guy that visits all the time and just call him uncle. That sort of guy. Even the birds don't really use their wings unless they absolutely have to get somewhere ASAP. Like they'll walk around most of the time.
Okay.
It'd be like, it's wings, I guess, are like a permanent bike that someone carries with them. It's like you're not always using it, but if you need to get somewhere, you grab it and go.
And this Noivern is going full speed. And if I'm not mistaken, Noivern's like, isn't it like canonically like a very fast flyer?
Noivern, let's look at it from base stats perspective. Noivern is a base 123 and also probably fast.
Yeah. I know Noivern like had like good like base speed, but I just meant in terms of like from the decks, but like, yeah, Noivern is fast.
Yeah, it doesn't have a specific dex entry about it. Most of them are kind of just, hey, if you see this thing in the dark, you're dead. So that's most of the dex entries. So, big mood there. Anyway, so Noivern is flying. If a bird is flying, it's usually trying to A, get somewhere quickly, or B, get away from something quickly. This seems to be more of the former. Flying by, other members are rushing out as well. I presume you guys are following.
Trying to keep up, yes.
Yeah, so Kyle going there. Sindoran, of course, not being exactly the fastest Wigglytuff in the shed, is like trying to sprint as fast as Wigglytuff can. Because I feel like how Wigglytuffs, like if they're walking, they kind of just take steps. If they're running, they're kind of like bouncing from side to side as they go forward.
Yeah.
So it's like if you were trying to like run and take long strides, how your feet go like swinging from direction to direction. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
Sindoran just bouncing along. Getting there, and you're heading now out of the city. You're heading up, sort of north-ish. So this is away from the only big highlight in this area is the mountains, sort of southeast. You're heading more northeast.
Okay.
And as you start rushing,
for some reason, I was under the impression that like the mountains were like all around except for the southwest.
No, it's more of like it's in the distance, but like walking distance, I guess. If that makes any sense.
Okay, but like right up against the city, it's.
But very near the city, yeah. It's only maybe a couple of units away, a couple of miles away.
Okay.
Yeah, it's like 4 miles away from what I've got written here, 4 to 6 miles away. So it's like half a day's journey there, half a day's journey back. So you start heading northeast about that same distance, about 3-4 units, and you see, it's basically describing. You start to see the area. Change from that desert sort of feel into there are like random rocks popping out, and the big highlight and the thing that you can see very clearly, assuming of course you pass an investigation check. I'm gonna give you that.
Okay.
Or no, not I'm gonna say it's nature instead of investigation. It's the same roll, but
so we're still rolling smart. Still rolling smart. Good, because I got 14 plus 1. Perfectly balanced as all things. Perfectly balanced as all things should be.
Sindoran does not. We're gonna get to Sindoran in a minute. You start rushing, and what you see around you probably takes your breath away a bit as you see a lot of sand. That's not what's surprising. What is surprising is as you turn around to try to find other people, you see Sindoran kind of pull up next to you, like panting, and he's now level with you.
Huh?
He's now like looking into your eyes and also looking somewhat confused. And you can see he's slowly getting shorter.
Why is there quicksand?
And shorter.
Why is this a sand trap? Why is this a sand tomb? Like, what's happening?
Sindoran, I think, let's see. Sindoran's smart enough to realize something's wrong here. He's not your height. And looks down and notices that his feet and like half of his, like a third of his body is under the sand right now, and he's getting slower. Does he... That's a side thing, come on. He doesn't panic. He's smart enough to know that. He just kind of stands still, and you see he stops going down as fast. He's now, instead of centimeters, going down like, millimeters. And so like,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Kyle. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm currently falling into a quicksand pit, and not ideal, if I do say so myself.
Kyle just looks at him and gives him like the biggest deadpan look of like, no kidding, really?
At this point, you're looking down at him a little bit. It's like, yeah, so I hate to be a nuisance, but a little help, please?
Kyle's not also in the sand, is he? Kyle's like outside.
You're not. You rolled good enough to notice, maybe instinctively notice that there were different areas and you were walking on the sand that felt more comfortable. Sindoran did not.
Is Kyle going to be able to like pull Sindoran out?
That's a good question. Let's do a strength track. Strength
yeah.
check.
A good old tough roll.
Good old tough roll.
Oof. 2 plus 2 is 4.
2 plus 2 is 4. I'm going
minus
to need
1,
you.
That is 3.
You're -1 in strength?
No. 2. No, plus 2 in tough. But I rolled a 2, so 2 plus 2 is 4. But -1, that's 3 quick maths.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait.
No, don't tell me. Dude.
Wait, no, I'm confused. Wait. I thought you had a +2 in strength, right?
Yeah. Oh my god. No, I got a 4, and I just wasted a perfectly good reference.
Well, I get the quick maths thing.
Oh, you do? Oh,
I do get that. I was just confused. Okay, so I get the reference. I just didn't understand if that actually applied.
It's a 3 or a 4. There's not much of a difference between the two.
That's true. Sorry.
I want my friend back.
Anyways.
All right. I need you to roll for problematic situation, I guess. Just roll me
luck.
Roll me a performance check. This is probably the best way I can do
That's
this.
cute, right?
That is cute.
12 plus 1, 13.
13. Okay. Now I'm going to roll.
Something's happening. We're not dying today.
That's a 2. So I'm gonna need Okay. And now I need. Oh, that's good. That's good luck right there. What I just rolled for you. That is not. Okay. You start trying to pull Sindoran out. Unfortunately, you can't. And on top of that, now because you're attempting to pull him out, you're starting to slip in.
Yep.
So,
Naturally.
Not ideal. Sindoran kind of lets you go and pushes you back a bit. Clearly, like, okay, no, that's not gonna work.
That's not working. Yep.
That's not working. And like in the struggle, he's gone down a bit lower. You can see Sindoran's mind is racing at like, many miles per hour. Just like, okay, how do I do this? How do I do this? How do I do this? I got it. I am going to. Kyle, do you have any moves that can bring attention to the situation?
Any moves that can bring it?
Something that can just, I guess the best way to describe, like, make a scene. In other words, like a flamethrower, except of course, not in this case. But like that would be something everybody could notice. Is there any way that you could make a scene?
Well, I mean, the next thing that I was thinking of doing before Sindoran chimed up was just try to like call out for like Echo, since Echo can move quickly and can fly. I don't think Kyle doesn't have any moves that can make a scene. Kyle can move fast, but that's it.
Okay.
He can move fast and he can hit hard, and that's what he can do. And he can also like avoid attacks. But yeah.
Okay.
So I think Kyle
do you
has a.
Do you have
Kyle
any
has,
move strategy that could possibly help you?
I'm trying.
Kyle's mind racing at 45,000 miles per hour. Just
Yeah,
like, okay,
no,
put the pieces together.
Because here's the thing, like Kyle's moveset: detect, assurance, slam, quick attack, giga drain. The only two things that I could think of, you can't giga drain inanimate sand, unless this is like some palisand. But like, what are the chances that it's a Pokemon and not just sand? The other option, quick attack, is the only other thing that can do something in this situation, right? Am I using this to run and get help, or am I using this to try and create some weird whirlpool effect in the sand that'll slow down the sinking or reverse the sinking? I'm trying to think of which of these makes the most sense, and none of them make any. You can't just giga drain sand. That's not how that works, right?
Okay. I need you to roll me a what's a can you understand me type of roll.
What, can you understand
Can you understand what I'm saying type of thing? Would that be insight, I guess?
Yeah, that'd be insight.
All right, insight. Insight on the Wigglytuff.
Insight is what? That's not beauty. Is that smart?
That is beauty.
Oh, that is beauty. Well, either way, 17 minus 1, 16.
16, perfect. So Wigglytuff now, mouth is now in the sand, so it's just looking at you, and is trying to convey to you that, how's the best way to describe it? Wigglytuff is studying you now, waiting for you to make a move, but you can tell instantly that Wigglytuff is looking into what you're doing, any action that you make, any movement that you make, just waiting for you to take action, as if it's waiting for you to take action. That's the best way to describe it.
It's waiting for me to do something?
It's waiting for you to do something and just studying you.
No, but Wigglytuff is ready to read and react to this situation. We're
Correct.
running an option play here.
Correct.
I'm not good at RPOs. It's tough to run an RPO when you look at the defense pre-snap and it's just a jumble of 11 people and you don't know what they're about to do.
It's just 11 linebackers. That's it. It's just 11 Bobby Wagners. You got to figure out what to do.
It's 11 Bobby Wagners, and they're not lined up in a formation. It's just 11 Bobby Wagners 5 yards away from the line of scrimmage.
Just lined up in a straight line, Red Rover or something.
Exactly, and you're just So I don't know if I can run. I don't know if I can pass. I don't know. All right. So I have 4 ideas in my head, and I don't know which I'm gonna do. So I'm just gonna roll for it because I don't know if any of these make any sense. Now, number 1. This is probably the dumbest of the 4. Giga drain the sand.
Ooh,
Don't know what that would do. Don't know what that would do, but it's better than nothing. Potentially, it could also be catastrophic. Number 2, combine my 15 speed with quick attack and try and, catch up to Echo somehow and pull and get him to come back and fly out Zendoran.
Mm-hmm.
Number 3 also involves quick attack, but run, I guess, in circles around Zendoran, trying to basically cause the sand to like somehow twist together into some sort of like whirlpool kind of thing, and hope that I spin it the right way. Like, hope that I spin it so that Zendoran sinks farther, but so that he starts getting spun out of it, if that makes sense. I guess I would go counterclockwise around him, lefty loosey, I guess.
Theoretically.
Number 4, just slam into, literally just a slam attack straight into the sand next to Zendoran, see what happens. See if, pushing some of that sand down pushes him up. Those are the 4 options. They are all incredibly dumb, and I'm just going to roll to see which one happens, because I have no other ideas. I rolled a 1. We are giga draining the sand. This is the one I least wanted. This is the one I least wanted. This, like all the other ideas, I was like, I could see some way in which this physically works. This is literally just a shot in the dark, but we're doing it.
Okay. Roll for accuracy for the giga draining the sand, I guess.
Because I haven't mastered Giga Drain, am I still rolling with disadvantage here, even though it's on inanimate sand next to me?
You know what? This inanimate sand still requires a accuracy check, despite the fact because you don't know what you're doing, right?
Okay, so am I still rolling with disadvantage because I haven't mastered it?
Yes.
Really, dude? Really, dude?
Look, man, L's are gonna be L's, and it's up to you how you wanna.
Really, dude? Are you trying to kill Zendoran? Well, I rolled 16 and 18, so it doesn't matter. I hit.
Great. So you start giga draining the sand. How does this work?
It's not a Pokemon. I don't know. You tell me. Listen. You told me Zendoran was ready to read and react. Well, you read it.
Okay,
react.
Sure. Yeah, no, why not? So you start giga draining the sand in your infinite wisdom. I think you're just like, okay, maybe I can suck up the sand. Is that how giga drain works? Just kind of like
I feel like in Kyle's mind, this is like, if this is quicksand, right? Then that means there is like some amount of like either like moisture or like air in the sand that like makes it porous enough for someone to sink, right? So if I'm using Giga Drain to like suck out all of that air and or moisture, it's no longer quicksand. Because I believe quicksand is like because sand like has moisture in it, right? That's how quicksand works.
I believe so.
Hold on, Wikipedia's coming up.
How does quicksand?
Quicksand is a colloid consisting of fine granular material such as sand, silt, or clay, and water.
Yeah, so there's water in here. It
forms in saturated loose sand when the sand is suddenly agitated. When water in the sand cannot escape, it creates a liquefied soil that loses strength and cannot support weight. It's exactly how quicksand works.
Yeah.
It's literally there is water in the sand, and if the sand gets disturbed, the water starts sucking it all in.
Yep.
So if I use Giga Drain and I suck the water out, it's no longer quicksand.
It's just sand.
Massive brain! Let's go!
Kyla here doing like, okay, so quicksand. Come on, use that cartoon knowledge from like Saturday morning TV shows.
I generally don't know where I learned that, because like that was something where I just accessed something deep in the recesses of my memory, and I don't know how it got there. I don't know where I learned that quicksand is because sand gets wet. I don't know where I learned it.
Yeah, no.
Like, I just retaught myself that fact in real time.
Hey man, look, if it works, it works. That's all that matters.
Now here's the big question. if you were to give sand, or if you were to give quicksand a typing, what would it be?
Ground type.
Ground type, or water type potentially, right? Either or.
Yes, but since it's more sand than water, I'm gonna say ground.
Ground type.
Right.
Fair enough. This count as a super effective knockout on the quicksand?
That's an interesting question.
Have I mastered Giga Drain?
I need you to roll damage then, if we want to figure this out. I have a point total in mind for how this quicksand works.
You have a point total. Now keep in mind. You did say it counts as ground type. You did say it's super effective. Keep that in mind when I roll this damage.
Right.
Right? So Giga Drain is 8 base power, which is 2d8 plus 10. I rolled awfully. 3 plus 1 plus 10 is 14, but my special attack is 18, so that's a total of 32. 32 minus whatever this quicksand special defense is times 2.
Sure.
And because it's inanimate, I argue it has no special defense. So this is just 64 damage. I would like to lobby for that.
All right, so you start sucking the sand in, and it's working. I will say that it's working. You're starting to, at the very least, like pull the moisture and the energy out of the quicksand itself, and thus the sand slowly starts to dry up. And as it dries up, Sandoran's, who at this point the sand is basically at its eyes, starts to like drop down a bit. As you pull the moisture out, it gets kind of like compacted almost.
Yeah,
the water is out and there's less air. The air can fill the sand fills in the air.
Now it's just sand.
Right.
It's,
so now
it's just very fine sand.
Yeah, and Sandoran is now that you're pulling more of that moisture out, starts to like at least get access to its own mouth as it's like escaping. And then I'm going to have Sandoran.
Don't tell me Sandoran snipes my KO and prevents me from mastering Giga Drain. No, not like this, Anirudh. You are cruel.
So here is what I will tell you. Sandoran uses a move that we have not used yet, and I've been itching to do this ever since I made this this worksheet.
Oh my god, does it have no copycat?
Close. It knows Mimic.
It knows Mimic. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Sandoran, after a quick study of how you're Giga Draining the sand, is like, ooh, I can do that. And Sandoran does a perfect Kirby impression and just starts sucking up the sand.
And does it snipe my KO? Is that how this works? Did Sandoran just snipe my imaginary KO on quicksand and is Sandoran going to be the one preventing me from rolling without disadvantage on my accuracy checks? Are you really doing this to me right now?
Let's find out. I need you to explain to me how Giga Drain works. So it's 2d8 plus 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Base power 2d8 plus 10.
Accuracy roll is a
6. Standard.
Gotcha.
100 accuracy, 80 base power move.
Gotcha. So that's 2d8 plus 10. Let's roll. Where's my d8? D8.
Don't you do this to me, Anirudh. Don't you do this to me. Sandoran rolled exactly enough to KO, didn't he?
Almost.
Didn't
he had a couple points more. Oh, this is great. Here's why. As Sandoran, looking at what you did.
Wait, okay, all right. Genuine question. How far was I? Like,
you know the funny thing?
Like, if I rolled max damage, would I have gotten the KO?
What was max damage?
Max damage.
Oh wait, no. That doesn't matter. Well, maybe it does actually. How much would max damage have been?
Max damage would have been what would it be? 26 plus 18, which is 40, 44.
26. That's 44.
44 times 2.
No, you would. Well, so here's the thing. Let me explain. First off, the quicksand had 64 health, which I found hilarious because that was the number you referenced previously.
Did you give the quicksand special defense? Did you really do that?
I did, and there's a reason for this. Is because as Wigglytuff pops out of the sand, it pulls a creature out with it.
What?
And you see lying on the ground, knocked out, a crocodile.
Oh. So it was a Pokemon.
So it was a Pokemon.
It was what, like a sand tomb that I guess
it was a sand tomb actually.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. Sure.
I wasn't expecting it to end like this.
Just snipe my super effective KO from me. Prevent me from mastering Giga Drain. It's fine. I'm not mad.
Sindoran kind of like, great job, Kyle. Oh, hi. you in a mood maybe? I don't know. Are you showing this out loud? Just like, I thought I knew what I was doing.
No. Kyle is fine. Kyle's just like, all right,
like,
cool. We got Sindoran out of this pickle. Like, great job. This is me, Muhammad, mad at you, Anirudh. This isn't professional. This is personal.
I don't want to play this.
What do you mean? How do you want to play this? Our beef has nothing to do with what just happened in the story.
But it does. Maybe. We'll see.
Kyle's chill. Kyle's like, all right, Sindoran, you good? All right.
Not that. Crocodile's knocked out.
Yes.
Which is great. However, Crocodile is not the only one here. As you notice that there are a lot more quicksand pits than this one crocodile could probably do.
Oh boy.
A la I don't know. A la Diglett in the Mystery Dungeon game that we played. Just you see a bunch of different crocodiles popping out of different quicksand pits, noticing, hey, big boss kind of in a mood right now.
Wait. So what's popping out of the sand right now?
It's a whole bunch of sandile.
A whole bunch of sandile, and we just took out the crocodile.
Correct.
Well, is this an encounter? Can I use an IQ skill?
This is an encounter. We are now in order. We can go initiative, but let's roll initiative. Battle time.
Okay, I'm just okay. Okay.
Dun 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 dun. Hello, this is Anirudh, the GM, PM, DM of Not a Scratch, starting to sound more like an announcer here, and thank you for listening to this episode. As always, episodes come out weekly, so be sure to follow, subscribe, do all those important things you ought to do when supporting a podcast. I'm going to try to keep these mid-sections a bit shorter, a random change I'm making in the middle of a season, as is expected, of course. If you've enjoyed the episode and want to support us in any way, shape, or form that you can, the best way to do so is to share us with your friends, share us with people that enjoy random battles that appear out of nowhere, a la the one that you were just experiencing right now. Also, leave us a review on your podcasting platform. Platform is a word that I can say. Reviews bring new people into the community and give us advice on what we can improve on in the future. Did you know there's a mathematical correlation between reviews and our show being better? There used to be no reviews, and the show wasn't as good as it is now. And I'm just saying, that's probably because of the reviews. So cough, cough, wink, wink. You can also follow us on Twitter at NotAScratchcast. Email us at notascratchcast@gmail.com if you want to have cool ideas that you have, or reach out to us, be introduced into the podcast, things like that. Just reach out to us. We got a Discord. There's a bunch of awesome people. There are things that are happening in the Discord. Wave big sign here. This is very... The tone that I have right now does not match the background music, but still, join the Discord and build the Not a Scratch community, and check out our website, www.notascratchcast.com. Website has our episodes, merch. Hey, you want to get some merch? It's available there as well. Art page as well, where we post commission and fan art. So if you send us your fan art and want your stuff to show up on our website, you can see it there. Our website and merch update over time, so stay tuned. It's available right now, but it might be different today than it is tomorrow. We want to thank Glitch X City for the songs Kirby's Dream Land, the Lo-Fi Remix, and Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Route 201 Lo-Fi Remix, and we also want to thank Tabletop Audio for the songs Arabesque and Sand Raiders. We also want to shout out our patrons. We at Not a Scratch have a Patreon where you can get amazing extra benefits regarding the show and its future. We have a policy in place that guarantees, no matter what tier you're in, at least one new thing a week. So there's that, on top of the fact that Patreon members get access to the episode early at different tiers, and there's a bunch of extra benefits that are listed there, so check it out if you haven't already, including if you're a Patreon member at any tier. You'll also be recognized right here, so thank you to our Patreon members Ginny, Ursa93, Eli, Damon Liger, and Lord Toffee. For more information about anything that we've discussed, check out the links in the episode description or contact us on Discord or Twitter. If you're interested in having a promo on the show for your podcast, we're still doing those, though the last couple episodes haven't had any. We'd love to help. All you have to do, send us an email or contact us on Twitter and Discord, and we'd be happy to discuss more. Now, without further ado, let's find out how this battle turns out. Is it a win? Is it a loss? Well, stay tuned.
All right. My speed is inconveniently 15. So.
All right, so I can tell you right now, Sandoran rolled a 1, so y'all have fun with this battle.
I rolled 15. Yo, shout out the Google RNG. There's no way any of these Sandile outspeed me. There's no way. Let's
find out. Let's see.
None of them have 15 speed. No way.
Okay, that's not what I need. I don't know how math works. Hold up. Okay, let's.
Wait. No. I just read this IQ skill. Hold on. I just read it. Dedicated traveler is when traveling and foe tries to start battle. Roll beauty. Success skips battle. That's the IQ skill I wanted to use.
Oh, okay. So initiative counts, but then before everything starts, you can use your dedicated traveler thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. Does this pull Zendoran out with me too?
Yeah, this will pull the party out.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm rolling beauty. F. All right. All
right. So anyway.
Yeah. It's not a nat 1, and that's all I'm gonna say. We are battling.
All right. All right. I need. Let's see.
How many Sandile are there right now?
That's a good question. I need you to pick a number 1 through 7.
You need me to pick a number 1 through 7?
Right. This is not how many Sandile there are.
No, I know, but I'm terrified of what my number implies.
I can tell you if you're interested.
Sure.
Okay. So I have set all of my dice out in a random order, and your number determines which dice I roll. It is anywhere from a D4 to a D20.
Oh, you're cruel. You're actually cruel. Ugh, you're cruel. Would you intentionally try and psych me out? 6.
The 6th die?
The 6th die from the left.
From the left.
So second from the right.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I am rolling a D6.
Oh, whew. That could be bad.
There are 4 Sandile here.
All right, that's manageable. That's fine.
Whew. Now I'm going to tell you 2, 1, something. No, I'm not gonna. That doesn't apply. I was gonna tell you something, and then it doesn't matter anymore. Cool. Boop, boop, and boop. Great. Let's see what they rolled for speed. I'm just gonna have all of them go at once. They all rolled a 9, so that is going to mean you go first, followed by the squad of Sandile, and then Sandoran.
Okay. How do I want to play this?
I will tell you this, you do know one of their moves. All of these Pokemon have been able to create quicksand pits, and therefore no Sand Tomb.
They all know Sand Tomb, yes. I am willing to bet, based off the information that you gave me earlier in our little spat, I'm willing to bet that I could OHKO any of these Sandile.
I can't confirm that, obviously, but
so,
you do you.
So I think, seeing as we can't get away, and seeing as there are 4 of them and 2 of us, I'm gonna try and even the odds a little bit.
I'm gonna use Earthquake. No.
Surprise! Spread move. No.
Hey, so I know you're the DM, but also I bought a TM while we were out of session.
Surprise! Hey, did you know that there's a grass type Earthquake?
No. It's called Big Forest.
Kyle knows Surf.
Kyle knows how to
deal with it.
There's a brand new move in Generation 9 called Huge Tree, which is where a grass type Pokemon just picks up a tree and throws it.
Big tree. No, alright. Kyle, I guess, is going to use Giga Drain on the nearest Sandile, whichever one it is.
Go ahead and Giga Drain.
So, rolling with disadvantage for accuracy, 18 and 12, so it hits. And 2d8 plus 10, that's better. 8 and 1, so that's 9, 19. 19 plus special attack is 37. Minus special defense times 2.
Okay, so you said 37, correct?
Mm-hmm.
37 minus special defense times 2 equals nearest Sandile has just been Thanos'd.
All right. Is that a super effective knockout?
This is super effective.
Have I mastered Giga Drain?
This is a knockout. Giga Drain is yours.
Ah, yes. You couldn't keep it away from me forever.
I also have to give both of you guys experience after this, so that's gonna be fun.
Why do these two look different? It's the font size. The font size is different. That's what it is. All right. I have mastered Giga Drain.
Do.
I need to put the master condition for Slam because it's normal. It's just 2 KOs, right?
Yes, that's correct.
All right. So yeah, I need a super effective. I'm still learning Assurance and Slam. Assurance is dark type, so super effective KO, and then Slam is normal, so just 2 KOs with Slam. Duly noted. Alrighty.
Oh, this is going to be interesting. I just did the math, assuming that you don't faint in this battle, how much you're going to get in experience. So
don't
it's
forget the crocodile.
Yes, the crocodile has been added into this. So the sand dial, what are you guys going to do? Unfortunately for them, at least, they're not smart, so I'm just randomly rolling their moves. Oh, ooh,
use growl. Use growl. Use growl.
All right, so one of them is going to go for Torment on Sandoran. So Sandoran cannot use the same move in a row. One of them is going to go for Sand Tomb on you. Let's see what that does.
I'm willing to eat damage. I'm willing. I will just get it all right back.
That is an 11.
11, and Sand Tomb is what?
Oh, sorry, that's a 11 for accuracy, which is beats a 9. So this is going to be 1d8 plus 6. So let's see how much this does. That is 4 plus 6 is 10. I need your physical defense.
21.
All right, you're gonna take 3 points of damage. No, you're not. You're gonna take 4 points of damage.
I'm gonna take a whopping 4 points of damage. Oh no.
Cool. That's a Sand Tomb, and then now a Sand Attack is going to be used on Sandoran. He's just absorbing all these stat blows. And it hits. So Sandoran now has to roll an extra damage point thing to finish him, to do some moves. So, as we move over...
That's a quick little side note. Things like accuracy and evasiveness drops and buffs, there's no real way to reflect them on the sheet.
Yeah, this is sort of just a mental thing.
No, but I'm this is just above game note for publishing purposes.
So let's see. That is there. It is now Sandoran's turn. Sandoran is gonna go
mimic.
Yeah, let's just mimic. Let's mimic your Giga Drain.
Actually, yeah. I was gotta say actually no. Let me get the KOs, but yeah, I'm easy. I don't care.
I think there's two other ones that, assuming this mimic hits. Actually, no.
No, but if Sandoran hits one and doesn't KO it, I can come in with a slam and KO it.
True.
Get all of my move mastery out of the way now, and then after this battle, manage to level up and learn another move, and we're back to square one.
So here's my question: do you think the crocodile battle carries over to this?
In terms of what?
In terms of how Mimic works, because Mimic copies the a foe. It says foe here. I'm going to say anyone's last move used, and that just replaces it, and that's the end of the turn. It doesn't use it.
Okay. See, but here's the thing: you didn't have us roll initiative,
right? So that makes me think he has to relearn the Giga Drain.
I don't know. I
think he's gonna relearn. I think he would have to relearn it.
Yeah, no, because this is a new when you roll initiative, when you roll initiative, any sort of temporary stat buffs, any sort of temporary status thing is just reset, and we're in a fresh battle. So
right. Okay, so you could either mimic and relearn Giga Drain or go for something else. I think in that case, probably go for something else instead. Because we got things to do.
Sandoran recognizes that Kyle's got this.
Yeah,
I feel like.
All right. So Sandoran goes just yells at you. Hey, close your ears.
Yeah, I think Kyle is. Is there sand underneath him? Because Kyle might genuinely just hold his breath, close his eyes, and duck his head in the sand real quick. Make like an ostrich and just whoop.
I just noticed something that I'm going to use to my advantage here. Sandoran is going to go for Hyper Voice, a normal type, base power 9 move. Here's the thing. Sandoran's ability is competitive, where when a stat is lowered, its special attack increases by 3 temporarily. Accuracy does count as a stat that has been lowered.
That is a stat drop. Yo!
And therefore, this is about to be a loud scream. So first off, we got to see if this hits. Which it does at a standard 10. That's going to be 2d10 plus 10. So this is not my d10. We got d10
plus 3
here.
Special attack on a Hyper Voice. dear lord. Hyper voice is not a room move, right? That's just the directed move.
I mean, I need to go back and like fix these. Actually, I've been meaning to hyper voice. Is it a room move?
This is a live playtest, is what this is. So,
hyper voice targets all adjacent foes.
All adjacent foes.
That counts as a room move then.
Yeah. So it hits all adjacent foes specifically.
And I mean, they're all just sitting next to each other, right? So.
No. But I mean, like, even if Kyle is adjacent to.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna get hit by this.
Yeah.
So you kind of just plug your ears. All right, so 2d10. That is. Oh my gosh, Sindoran just kind of like.
Does Sindoran just pick up 3 KOs?
Sindoran just winds up and just. Ah! I'm not gonna actually scream, but it's just like, boom, and you can see how Sindoran just like really got into it, and you can actually see a vibration in this. Like you can see the sound waves basically. Of this move as it just shoots out towards each of these 3 Pokemon, blasts them all back, and if I did the math right, it's 37 damage that it does. Each of these Sandile have 31. So
nice.
Boom, boom, boom.
I love how Kyle does 1 Giga Drain and Zendora's like,
hold up, I got this.
Hey, wait. Let me show you how it's done, young blood. Boom.
I imagine this doesn't match exactly what happens, but I'm thinking of the one. You wouldn't have seen this because you don't watch Dragon Ball. The one Dragon Ball Super scene where Beerus, who is the god of destruction, just puts his hand in front of an enemy and just goes Hakai, and they just like break down into pieces and eventually disappears. It's basically just a loud like Hakai and just boom. Each of them just blast back, and you win the battle.
Nice.
Nice.
I didn't even get a chance to. I was hoping that there would be 1 left that I could, Giga Drain away, but I okay. Cool.
You know what? That works. That's cool.
Yeah, look, it works. We take those.
Ooh, okay.
Anirudh, tell us what we've won.
Well, congratulations on your battle. You've won not only the opportunity to say that you've beaten a Crocodile and 4 Sandiles, but also 360 experience points.
Hey! Oh my, wait, that's actually a good chunk.
It's a lot. Wigglytuff is leveled up, for example.
I need to bust out the calculator. Hold up. 2898 plus 360?
Plus 360.
I need to hit an equal sign. Equals 3258. Do I level up?
Oh, that's right.
I level up twice!
Hey!
I'm level 26 now!
Do.
Now, I will point out, I think I may have accidentally put an extra level up buff somewhere. Because right now my thing is at 50. And it should have been...
It should be a level times 2.
Yeah, it should have been 48. So I guess I'm only going to add 1 to each stat, I guess. I don't know how I missed that before. Hold on, let me add 1 to stats and see what happens. So I guess we'll put 1 into special defense and 1 into special defense and 1 into special attack. I guess we'll buff my special stats. Why not?
Yep. And then at post level up, your lowest one times 3 should be higher than your highest one, right?
Lowest times. I mean, my stats are all. I have a very even stat spread.
Gotcha.
Like post level up, not counting HP because HP doesn't count.
Right, not counting HP.
It's 14, 17, 15, 16, 15. Like I have a very even stat spread.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about that for a while.
Yeah, it's not like I'm min maxing anything. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Congratulations. I can tell. What level are you now?
I am level 26.
26. Okay,
not yet. 2 levels.
Not yet. The next level, you learn Double Team.
Is Double Team better than Detect?
Double Team. How does Double Team work in this game? Let me find out. Let me just type that in here real quick. Double Team. Foe's accuracy +1.
Foe's accuracy. You mean foe's accuracy -1?
Oh, yeah. And the way this works, it's 1 harder to get.
Like the accuracy rolls. Yes. Okay.
So it makes it that much more difficult.
I can buy that.
Anyway, that's the end of this random battle here. It turns out there was a Crocodile and a couple of Sandiles that were being nuisances.
And I just find it wild that Kyle and Zendoran, no questions asked, just wipe all of them and move on. So what's the actual problem?
And as the other members are climbing in, there are more Sandiles out there. There's just 4 in your vicinity. But as they start coming in, some of them have like wounds and gashes and stuff like that. And then Sindoran is just kind of like coughing because he's like, "Oh, I strained my voice a bit." So, what was the real problem? That was it, guys. Good job.
Wait, what?
He's like, "Oh, thank you. Very much appreciative."
Wait, hold on. Wait, what? Who's talking? What's happening?
One member. I'm not sure who. Kilo will say. Yeah, guys, that was the issue.
I thought Sindoran was talking to the others, like to more Sandile coming in.
Oh, no.
Not to the Battle Hammers.
Sorry. The rest of the Battle Hammers come in, and I guess Kilo will pop up because that's the first person that I looked at right here. Yeah, guys, no, that was the issue. Good job, I guess.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, okay.
Kyle is just looking back and forth between like all of the Battle Hammers and Zendoran and the knocked out Sandiles with just a look on his face of just like all of those alarm bells, and it was this? Really? Like Kyle's like in disbelief of just like almost exasperated. I was like, I can't believe I got panicked for this.
Yeah, no, so these guys caused a lot of mischief out here, creating quicksand pits and making travelers struggle, especially those coming from coming over from the nearby Iron Gate. But I guess you guys kind of just solved it, so cool. So I guess we should book these guys. Yeah, we should book these guys. Okay.
Yeah, I think Kyle's just staring blankly at everyone else, just like, okay, sure.
Make an investigation check.
There's always something more.
There's always something.
Okay. I rolled a 3.
You rolled a 3?
I rolled a 3. I learned nothing. Kyle is just too dumbfounded by the apparent incompetence of the Battle Hammers.
Well, this is where Sindoran may come and help. That's a 9. Now, do you have a boost? Sindoran is considered a normal type. Oh, that's a -1 smart. Nope, that's not a boost at all.
Oh my god.
Nope, neither of you guys noticed.
Zendoran's like a genius.
He's a genius in specific items, of which looking around and observing nature is not one of them.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you guys head back. Yeah, you head back. All I'll say is you still have that weird feeling of like, this can't be it, right?
Yeah, no, like this is all way too easy.
This seems pretty standard. Like, I can understand, there's a lot of Sandile and all that sort of stuff, but like, this alarm bell worthy?
Yeah.
I feel like this is, hey, send a couple of folks worthy, not things are breaking down.
This is literally just send 2 people out there and have them deal with it worthy. And this is like routine too, like from what the Kilo said.
Mm-hmm.
It's all routine. Like, something doesn't add up.
Right. But what it is.
Thank you for making me think about it for a half second. Something doesn't add up.
Wait a minute. But everyone else seems to head back. All of the Battle Hammers have sort of found their folks, booked them. They transport them to the via badge to the local.
Okay, all right. Everyone's been apprehended and such. Okay. Okay.
And you head back. Not Ford, sorry. What's Ford's code name? I already forgot.
Ford is Sierra, I believe.
Sierra, yeah. So Sierra.
Which is ironic because isn't the Sierra a GMC vehicle?
I think so, but
nice. I mean, it's all under General Motors, but
yeah.
I didn't wait. There's no way we did that on purpose, right?
Ford Sierra, no.
Because the GMC Sierra is like the big utility vehicle, like the big SUV.
I don't think we made that on purpose. I can check the previous episode. But
we didn't do that on purpose. Like I just went random letter S. Wow, that's sick. I like that.
Yeah. So Sierra, the Badoo, walks over to you and is just kind of like, that was a real shock right there, wasn't it?
Kyle just like, still kind of confusedly, just kind of nods.
Right. I mean, that's somewhat surprising. Normally the boss doesn't send all of us like that. Maybe there were more. Did you? Well, you wouldn't know. You're not around here. To know how many there are. It doesn't seem like there are many more. Which is, but what are you gonna do? Is it a practice run?
Kyle, I think, is gonna kind of Kyle's processing this, and he just kind of turns to Sierra, just like, you said this isn't normally something that the entire guild gets dispatched for. What normally happens? How many of them are there usually?
Maybe half of us usually come out here.
And how many of nods head at Sand Tombs them are usually here?
You see, but he was doing like a head count, like 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the same. No, they got one extra guy. He's over there. The one with the scar underneath their eye. Yeah, that one's new. Right? Yeah. He just turns up. Hey, go back. Is that one new over there? No, it's the one. Okay. Oh no, it's the one next to them. One next to them is new. Mostly the same.
Kyle just kind of, almost like suspiciously, like kind of looks over at Ford and just kind of nods.
I don't.
Like, okay.
No, Ford doesn't notice anything. Just kind of like, okay.
Yeah. In the back of Kyle's mind, he's like, something's up. I can't tell what.
Yeah, you guys head back into the guild. I'm gonna say it's night by this point, so it's the end of Friday, July 29th. If my clock is correct here. We'll say it's late night. And that is where we will end this episode, with confusion abound.
Yeah, you're plotting some. You're plotting some. First the red orb and the blue orb. Now the
Charms.
I guess these are the new like rock baddies, but I guess they're round this time. But also not really, because something's afoot. I don't like this. You're a bully.
I will tell you this. Everything around this, there's a reason for a lot of this. And one of the reasons has already been released. So it's not a spoiler to you. No, it's not a spoiler. I don't know what it is. So I did. So we've done arc-wide commissions, right?
Yeah.
And one of them is a Wigglytuff and Wigglytuff and Trico looking at a quicksand pit. So that was at least a setting. So I had to bring that in early so that the commission would actually make sense.
No.
Everything else has
no. I'm not confused that it happened, right? Like everything happens. Like I've accepted the fact that you're gonna throw things just happening my way. Like sure, but the circumstances are all just a little bit sus.
That's a good note to leave us on, everyone. Thank you very much for listening and supporting. I'm about to use the YouTube outro. Why am I doing that? Thank you very much for listening, everyone. We hope that you have enjoyed this episode of Not a Scratch. I have been your PM, your DM, and surprisingly enough, shockingly, your GM, who just remembered something that I didn't do at the very beginning of the episode. I completely forgot. Where's Mansoor?
Where is he? That's a great question.
That's a great question. Oh, well, no updates here. I guess.
Actually, I just got a text. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait. Let me check my phone. He actually texted me while we were recording. He texted me 21 minutes ago. Actually, let's see what he's saying. It looks that doesn't make any sense.
He's standing right behind me now.
he just said he landed in Ottawa.
In Ottawa.
Yeah. What? How?
Ow,
what?
Wait, what?
What's he?
Wasn't he going like westward?
Yeah.
Ottawa's not west.
No, that's not. I'm as confused as you are.
I guess you'll have to find out what happened next time. I know this is the key plot point that everyone's been focusing on.
Yeah, no, I'll try texting him back, but I don't know, man. He's something's not right. Something's up. Everything smells fishy.
All right. To revert this all the way back to the very beginning of the episode, there's something wrong in game. There's something wrong out of game. There's something wrong in our sports. Everything, there's something wrong. And that is the point that we will leave us on, that hopefully next time you hear this, or when you hear this, it will have aged very poorly or aged very well. And we'll find out which one that'll be.
We'll find out which it is.
But thank you very much for everyone for listening. I have been your PM, your DM, your GM, Anirudh himself saying this again.
And I've been Muhammad playing Kyle.
And until next time, suspect everything I do.